Hello all, how are you doing? I'm back in exactly the same field as I was last time with the FTX Outlaw. The reason I'm in the same place is I wanted to do a direct comparison, because you see, you may have seen last time that I was a little bit frustrated with the Outlaw's tendency to roll over and flip over quite a lot. It's not the most stable of platforms. Obviously it has a live rear axle, but even still, I wanted to see if there was anything you could do to change that. So I've done some key modifications since then. The most obvious ones are, you might notice it's got monster truck wheels on it now, all round. Now these should give around about 10 to 15 millimeters extra per side track width, which should obviously give it a wider stance, a more square stance. It should stop it, or at least help prevent it roll over so easily. As a direct result of that, obviously there's no spare wheel in the back, because you don't get 5 in a packet, you get 4. But to be honest, that isn't even the main reason. I wouldn't put one on the back anyway, even if I had a spare one, because it's quite bad, well, it's very bad for the centre of gravity having the spare wheel up here, because it's quite a lot of weight, very high up and very far back. Talking about ruining the centre of gravity, however, there we are. The thing that ruins the centre of gravity most on an Outlaw is where the battery is mounted. The battery should be mounted here. It's sort of a 45-degree roughly angle, maybe not quite that, and it's quite a lot of weight, a lot in terms of an RC car, a lot of weight, again, far back and far up. You'll see I've moved that, it's no longer there. I've actually bolted the battery tray onto the top deck with the 2 screws that were here and here. Just used those same 2 screws, drilled through the top deck, bolted them or down, or it's really just screwed them down. So hopefully that's strong enough. We'll find out today. Feels strong enough. Certainly it's the same screws that screwed down there, so I don't see why it shouldn't work here. Yep. So now I've had to move the speed controller out of the way. It's now on the top of the receiver box there. But this puts a lot of weight lower down, further forward. And one other thing, although I did this a long time ago, but if you haven't done it, it's worth doing. I've put a brace across here between the shock mounts. These shock mounts flex a lot when the shocks in the suspension's working, so that's taking away some of the suspension movement, and you know, it's artificially flexing here, it shouldn't be. So yeah, I've just done this little brace. I would suggest anybody who has this car, even if you're not going to do all these mods, put a brace across here. It's dead simple and it helps. So as a direct comparison to last time, we'll give it a bash and see what the differences are, if it's any better at all, because this is never going to be an amazing handling machine, never. It's not going to be a buggy, it's not going to be a truggy, it's not even going to handle as well as my Proline Pro MT monster truck. But at the moment, this car is around about 50% enjoyment and 50% frustration, and I'm trying to just balance it towards enjoyment a little bit more, and in which case it would be a sort of, I'd be happier to have it in the fleet, you know. So I do like it, but I do find it also frustration. So let's try it. So much for that then. These wheels are cheap crap, look at that. Straight away, first time using, smashed right through. Oh, 2 of them smashed right through. Well, that was £20 down the toilet. Never mind, I'll get some better ones and try again. Seriously, look at that. Look at that, what a mess, eh? What a mess. Just junk, complete junk. That's what you get for buying cheap, eh? Buy cheap, buy twice, they say. And not in this case. Because if you bought these, and then bought these again, and you buy cheap, buy 4,972 times until you're bankrupt. Because these are never going to work. These 2 are fine. But what I'm going to do is, obviously these are just crap. They're just rubbish. What I'm going to do, but the tyres are nice, I like the tread on them, and they're nice and soft and sticky, so I'm going to boil these 4 wheels in a pot which melts the glue. It'll probably misshape the wheels, but who cares, they're going straight in the bin anyway, even these 2. And then I'll salvage hopefully it'll melt the super glue enough that I can salvage the tyres. If you're looking back at that crash, it obviously somersaulted end over end. I think we're already on the maximum preload on these shocks as standard out of the box, and I think what's happened is just with this extra weight forward, there's too much weight on the nose now for what this can offer. So what I've done is I've backed off the preload on the back shocks, trying to encourage the car to sit back a little bit more. But everything you brake, obviously the front loads. So what I'm going to do is see if I can get myself some heavier duty shocks. I don't have any springs rather. I don't have any springs that match these shocks. So yeah, I'll look into, because I think that's going to be important, because now we've got all this weight on the nose, you can't just assume the suspension will work just as well. So I'll try and get some heavier duty springs, and then obviously some thicker shock oil as well, compensate for this weight on the nose. And yeah, well, the less said about these the better. That's just disgraceful really. But anyway, there we are. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it was such a disappointing video, but that's life sometimes. Look at that, look, I've got a new shell for my Proline Pro MT, even though I did a not bad job of repairing the old one. Actually, before I let you go, since you're here, I decided to put some extra stickers, some basic stickers just on my Tamiya, because I thought it was looking a bit sparse. With the extra door handles and the outlines around the windows, it's a lot better, I'm sure you'll agree, the people who have watched it. And also, the brake disc and calipers, they're so cool. They work really well. And obviously, because the way these things are set up, actually not obviously, but because the way these are set up, the brake rotors move for the wheels as well, like a proper brake disc. They're not static. That's cool. Anyway, there we are. That's all I've got to say today. Disappointing video, but there we are. We'll catch you again soon. Thanks for chirping in, or chirping in. Thanks for, what's the word? Tuning in. I'm sorry, I'm not well. This coldy flu thing I have is now gone to full bore chest infection, so I'm going to go to the doctor's. Why is that not focusing? Focus! Focus! Now focus on that. Focus on that. There we go. Yeah, full bore chest infection. I'm going to go to the doctor's tomorrow. But anyway, I'll catch you guys as soon as I can. Take care, you guys. See you later.